Welcome to the Wild Planet HD channel. Our episode today is the living sculptures. What makes a plant ornamental? Have you ever really stopped to think about that? I mean, we buy them, we water them, we give them that perfect spot by the window. But why? We're not growing them for food or anything, are we? It's for something else entirely. And this really gets to a basic question about how we relate to the plants we choose to have around us. And the answer lies in this simple but really powerful idea: the ornamental plant. You see, unlike a field of wheat or a forest of pine trees, its main job isn't to be harvested. Its whole purpose is just to be beautiful, to bring a little joy into our lives and to help sculpt the space around us. But what does aesthetic quality actually mean when you're talking about a plant? Well, let me tell you. It's so much more than just a pretty flower. It's better to think of it like a painter's palette, but for gardeners, with a whole range of beautiful features to work with. Gardeners and designers get to play with all of these elements. You've got the flowers, of course, they're the obvious showstoppers. But if you look closer, the foliage, the leaves, they offer this incredible variety of colors, shapes, and textures. And then there's scent, which can totally transform a space. And even the bark and stems can provide beauty and structure, especially in the middle of winter. And sometimes, it's the really unusual things, like the sharp geometric thorns on a cactus, that really grab your attention. It's the sheer variety that really makes ornamental gardening a true art form. And this quote, I think, gets right to the heart of it all. For a lot of us, just being attractive is value enough. And that, right there, says a whole lot about our basic human need for beauty. Which brings up a really interesting thought. This desire for beauty has been shaping the world around us for a very, very long time. This is not some modern hobby we've picked up. This passion has some deep, ancient roots. So just how long have we been doing this? The answer might actually surprise you. We have evidence that people have been growing plants just for their looks since at least 2000 BC. That's right, we're talking about 4,000 years ago. And you can see it so clearly in things like ancient Egyptian tomb paintings from around 1500 BC, which show some incredibly sophisticated garden designs. And what started with these ancient civilizations has just ballooned into the massive global industry we have today, where new plants are constantly being bred for the perfect color or the perfect shape. But here's the thing, a plant's purpose isn't always so clear-cut. That line between being beautiful and being useful, well, it can get pretty blurry. Some plants are masters of doing both. Just take a plant we're all familiar with, lavender. In your garden, it's a classic ornamental, right? You grow it for those beautiful purple flowers and that amazing smell. But in another context, that exact same plant is grown in enormous fields as a commercial crop, harvested to produce lavender oil for perfumes and aromatherapy. It's the same plant, just with two very different jobs. So really, a plant's role often comes down to our own intentions for it. But this pursuit of beauty, whether it's in a backyard garden or a huge field, it definitely comes with its own set of challenges. Yep, there's a constant battle being waged in gardens everywhere against all kinds of unwelcome visitors. These carefully cultivated living sculptures, they're more vulnerable than you might think. And a great example of this is one of the most notorious pests out there, the Japanese beetle. This little insect has a voracious appetite, and it is not a picky eater. It really doesn't care if it's munching on an ornamental flower or a fruit tree. It'll just go to town on the leaves, causing all kinds of damage that ruins both the plant's beauty and its health. And this constant struggle is just a good reminder that our gardens aren't just static displays. They're living, dynamic systems, and they absolutely need our care and protection to thrive. So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, it's pretty simple. Ornamental plants are the absolute foundation of ornamental gardening. They're this perfect meeting point between art, science, and nature, all playing out right in front of us in our daily lives. From a single potted plant on a windowsill to the biggest city park, these living sculptures are a huge part of human culture and have been for thousands of years. So the next time you stop to admire a plant, take a really close look. Is it the color of the flower, the shape of the leaves, or the feeling you get from its scent? It's a fascinating mix of nature and human intention. It really makes you wonder, what part of a plant's beauty speaks to you the most? Our episode today has ended. Thank you for watching, and see you in another video.